Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congress must continue to supply the finest fighting force in the world with the funding, equipment, resources, and support they need. And I'm proud to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to do just that. The FY23 NDAA represents a bipartisan effort to support our active duty personnel with a 4.6% pay raise and invest in the critical capabilities that our armed forces need to defend our nation and our interests abroad. This year's NDAA also includes my request to increase defense spending by $37 billion, including at least $7.4 billion to combat inflation, more than $4 billion for ship procurement, over $1.6 billion in research and development, and over $500 million in additional security assistance for Ukraine. At a time when we face growing threats from China, this bill provides needed funding for 13 new Battle Force ships, including 2 Virginia-class submarines, 3 guided missile destroyers, 2 guided missile frigates, and 1 landing platform dock. This sends a strong message to our allies and our enemies and ensures that we have the resources to counter the threats we face from China, Iran, and Russia. Additionally, the NDAA includes several of my amendments to directly address access to mental health care, suicide prevention, and improve the quality of life for sailors during complex refueling overhauls, many of which were learned from lessons aboard the USS George Washington. While I'm proud of the bipartisan effort we've made so far, there's still more work that needs to be done. I hope that the final version of the NDAA will include my bill, the Healthcare Fairness for Military Families Act, which will eliminate the disparity that TRICARE dependents face when compared to those on private health insurance. The bipartisan progress we've made in this year's NDAA will grow our Navy, strengthen our military, and give a well-deserved pay raise to our armed forces. I will continue to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support our military and look forward to negotiating with the Senate on the final top-line number. I want to thank the Chair, the Ranking Member, for your support in these efforts, especially in growing and strengthening our Navy and our whole armed forces. And with that, I yield back.